Hello and welcome back to the Aldature campaign. I'm your host and GM Nineveh, and with me are Kathia and Scenarios.
Hello, this is Kathia.
And this is Scenarios.
Okay, this is episode 45, session 41.
Woo!
It's quite a bit. I've been saying that more lately as we're closing in on like other podcasts. So it's like, wow, we're getting up there with the longer ones that exist for RuneQuest.
We are awesome.
We've done okay. All right. So can you guys recap real quickly what happened last session?
It was kind of a bore.
Oof, harsh. So unkind.
Because the Tusk Riders
No, I got it.
attacked.
Sure.
For the record, I know what happened. I have notes because I plan the sessions, but I just I'm never going to be confused on this. But yeah, Tusk Riders attacked. What else happened? Anything else?
That was pretty much it. We chased them, and then to the point, even with my magical special tracking abilities, we could no longer track them.
It's true.
I resisted the urge to look up and see what kind of magic powers they have that lets them evade that. I just wanted to say that.
That's cool. You wouldn't find it in the bestiary, so it doesn't matter.
I captured one.
You captured a Tusk Rider, that's true.
Yeah. And that seemed like it was kind of across maybe our whole tribe and not just our clan.
Or even just the region.
Yeah, or the region even. Maybe more than our tribe.
Whole region. It's the impression you're starting to get. Cool. Okay, neat. So that's kind of sea season. So we'll move into fire season. Good old fire season. All right. A few things are going to happen early on. Go ahead.
We did skill checks and all last time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen here, very early in fire season, you've been hearing rumblings about raids and counter raids back and forth. Like people are getting more aggressive about trying to find Tusk Riders before they attack and head them off. People are getting raided more as well through the area. That's kind of been the news that's been developing in the back half of sea season and into fire season. So pretty early in fire season, just a few days in, the man from the Sun Temple in Aldature arrives in town. He arrives in Fieldstone. So for clarity's sake here, I realize I've been saying Sundom Temple a lot. Technically, the temple in Aldature is a Sun Temple because it's not an autonomous county. Only Sun Domes run autonomous counties. So
Okay.
So that's just the same thing, just less autonomous. So it's just the Sun Temple, apparently. So anyways, the Distant Emissary. This is a man named Danbal, like Danbal. He is in his mid-30s, early 30s maybe, 30s anyways. And he's dressed well. He's wearing things that would mark him out. Both of you would recognize him as being a light servant, which is like a god talker of Yamelio. He arrives in town. He speaks. Both of you can be there if you want to be, unless you just don't care at all about this, in which case you could be somewhere else.
I can be there.
I'll be there.
All right, cool. So you're both in town at least, and so you'll be able to note him arriving. He speaks briefly with your chieftain, and then he moves on to the Yolorna Temple.
I'll follow him I'll follow up and make sure I'm at the Yolorna Temple too when it comes to that.
Cool. Yeah. So just from observing him, as you see him moving through town, both of you can tell he's wearing really nice clothes. They're very clean. He is riding a horse that's also similarly been brushed recently, kept clean. Everything that he's wearing is pretty nice. He has a little bit of gold ornamentation. That's kind of the impression that you're getting of him. Wealthy, well presented. He will arrive at the temple. You guys can, if you want to pursue something, throw some dice at this guy, you can. Otherwise, we'll move on to the temple itself.
Inside?
Feel free.
Yeah, I was thinking of something along that line. That seems like the most.
Success.
Hey, I succeeded too. I don't think as bad at insight as I used to.
Okay, so you guys can ask a question of me here about him. I'll give you each a question about him. Some further information beyond his obvious presentation. Who would like to go first?
I was going to let Sonarius go first because Sonarius asked first and rolled first.
I guess, what is he really assessing is my thought.
What is he assessing?
Or measuring or whatever.
This is a good question. Neither. He is delivering something. I'm not going to let that be your question, though, because that's just a misunderstanding. He's not here to look into something. He's here to deliver a message, hence emissary. But that's not your question, because that was something you should have known. I called him an emissary, but that didn't carry through. So I will reiterate that information and let you pick a question based on
I guess
Okay.
How does he feel about the message he's delivering? Like his tension or looseness or apprehension or whatever.
That's a good question. I like that. He looks, you would say, eager to deliver it. He looks forward to the result of the message. Would that make sense?
It would if it wasn't so ambiguous. Yes.
Okay. Is it too ambiguous?
No, because I don't know the message, so I don't know.
Right, you don't know the message, but you will eventually, and then this information will be more useful. All right, cool. Okay, that was you. All right, cool.
Oh boy, I'm kind of curious. I've never seen him before, right?
Probably not. No, he's a member of the Sun Temple, so I mean, you may have seen him in a crowd one of the times that you went there, but you
right,
don't
but
know
I
him.
understand it.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to read. Is this like something good he's bringing, or something bad, or something like that? Trying to get kind of a read on kind of tone his message will have. Having said that,
That's fair.
I'm trying to follow, not that discreetly, but follow him into the temple since I belong there anyway.
That's fair. So you think that what he is bringing, he thinks the message is a good thing for him or his temple or his group, however you want to view that, his faction, cult.
Yep.
It is a serious thing too.
Yeah. Okay.
That I'll give you those. So.
Okay.
Cool. So you're going to trail after him.
Yeah.
To kind of
I belong there.
That's fair.
I may not be part of the discussion, but
no, that's fair. How trailing are you?
Not very. I actually kind of thought about meeting him, saying hello to him, maybe if he recognizes me, or I introduce myself, and walk in with him when I realize where he's going.
That's fair. Okay. So what's your total reputation score?
Yeah, that's a great question. Let's see.
It is a good question.
45.
45? Okay. He does not recognize you, but again, it's a short list of people on unicorns, and also you're on a unicorn. So, like, that's the sort of thing that gets you noticed around town. So he will sort of slow up his horse to like, basically, unless you change pace, you're going to catch him now pretty easily.
Yeah.
And he'll like raise a hand at you and say, well, hello, and greet you and introduce himself as light servant Danball of the Sun Temple in Aldacher, which is, you already knew kind of. So.
Yep. And I'll introduce myself.
Okay. He takes that in. He'll ask you just kind of, like he's pretty chatty pretty quickly. Like he's amiable, I would say. He asks you how your clan has fared with the Tusk Riders and stuff.
Excuse me. I've got a little scratchy today.
You're good.
I actually tell him we had somebody that was taken. We chased off quite a few, and we followed them quite a ways north until we lost the trail.
But he nods at that and says it's unfortunate to lose someone, and he kind of will runs his hand over his hair, right, and then says there's been a lot of raiding, and it seems that the Tuskers are pretty adept at evading pursuit when they want to be.
Yes, they are. They have something special going. That I called on the magic of my goddess to light their trail, and I still lost the trail, which is I have not had happen before.
He takes that, and like his face gets like more serious when you tell him about that, and he goes, because that's unwelcome news.
Yes, it was.
Even the light of the stars can't follow them. That would be unfortunate.
And I go ahead, since he's an emissary, and go back to the temple and mention that I lost it when they entered a stream. We were able to fall a river. I don't know if that river had a name, but we were able to fall into there, and they went. It
does, but it's the river.
Yeah.
So
went to the river, and their trail clearly led there and didn't come out the other end. I could track it into the river, and it just disappeared. Which I've never had anything happen like that before, but just so you know, in case others are coming in.
Makes sense. Okay. He'll tell you he's glad of that information and thanks you for sharing it. Yeah, for the record, that river that flows through Snakepipe Hollow is the river portion of the Creek Stream River.
There you go.
That's how it works. I didn't make up the names, so that's just how it is. Anyways, you can see the creek, which wanders through the Donald Flats and then up into Torcani lands. It drains off those volcanoes, the Indigo Mountains.
Found the river.
Yep, that's the one. So yeah. Anyways, so he seems pretty amiable chatting with you. He takes information on. He'll tell you a little bit about how there's been lots of other raids and things, and that the Sun Temple is sort of working to start coordinating a response, which is actually pursuant to why he's here today.
I was wondering if that's what was driving.
Yep. So he'll meet with your priestess. He actually asks you if she's around, since she usually is. But
I'll tell him the truth, which I assume if she is. But if she's not, I'll say, well, she's not right now.
She's easy to find, but you can serve as sort of like hey, this is this guy.
Yep.
Like,
I will act and introduce them.
Nice. So you can do that. Colchis takes introduction. She lets you introduce her. She has some shield maidens around. Once this is done, like this guy, he dismounts off of his horse. He kind of brushes himself off, and like he gets a pack out that's like on his horse, and he opens it up, and he takes out this little scroll that has like a gold scroll. I don't know what the word is. Bar, the thing you would roll the scroll around to keep it closed, so you can open it with those ends. They're golden, and he sort of clears his throat and says, okay, by the order of the Sun Temple and by the authority that it holds, it calls upon its Yolornan allies to, what would be the word here, place themselves under our command for the duration of this emergency, as is our ancient right and custom.
Hero is feeling all good about this.
You should.
I looked this up, by the way. The AI overview gives me UMBILICI are the wooden rollers.
Okay, cool. So, umbilics. That makes sense. All right. Thank you. I will trust the AI, I guess.
I wouldn't. It's wrong quite a bit, but...
Right, I know.
So, okay. Another insight row. How does my priestess feel about this?
Go for it.
1 success a day seems to be hitting my average, and that's what I did.
That's fair. So the obvious, right, is that she is surprised.
Okay.
She was not expecting this. He will go on to elaborate that the nature of the crisis is the Tusk Rider raiding, which has been affecting the entire Aldichur Confederation. Until we have that under control, the Sun Temple will require the aid of the Temple of the Stars. So he's delimiting the nature of the crisis and its resolution points as well. You would suspect that all of these things, like here is the reason of the crisis, here is its shape, here is what we would consider a win condition, here is why it's justified, are all parts of this. You've never seen this done before. But after a moment, Colchis like inclines her head and says, the stars come when called and we will aid you.
Good. I'm not exactly objecting to this either.
That's fair and wise, probably.
I mean, I wouldn't be objecting anyways, but I mean, she as a person would not object to being heavily involved in this.
Right. Okay. So once that happens, Colchis will retreat with him into like her dwelling, basically on the temple grounds, like a little space that she keeps things and has room to like sit chat. That way they can discuss what's going on in more detail. She gives you she exchanges a look with you as she goes by, like as if to tell you like we will talk about this later. Like we're not, but you're like not.
I'm being
yeah. Yes, but politely.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, what would you like to do with this information? Do you understand this information?
Yeah, we're being ordered to basically be I don't know what we're considered. Basically, the temple, the Sun Dome is ordering us to come be part of their military, or whatever. They're putting us under their command.
Right.
So,
pretty much.
I will wander out, and I will actually, if there's nothing else to do at the temple, I'll wander out and I'll let my cousin know this. And also let her know that while I'm fine with going and doing this in a way, I'm kind of annoyed at being ordered by them. It's a duality there.
Stop telling me to do things I was going to do anyways.
Well, no, it's not that. It's the ordering part. It's you are going to be ordered whether you want to or not by our temple, and your temple's subservient to ours. And it's like, well, I don't like that. Okay.
That's fair. That's a reasonable and normal reaction to have. I trust you to be discreet and not escalate to violence.
I'm not escalating at all. I don't tell anybody else except for
so far.
Solinorios. Yeah. I have a cousin to talk to about that kind of thing.
That's very true. All right. So, Sonarios, what do you think about that?
It's probably the best thing for them to do. And also, Harvard will appreciate getting all the glory of whoever works for him. But a unified thing is better than a bunch of different clans and different shrines and temples sending people out.
I mean, that's true.
Cool. Okay. So Colchis will meet for a couple hours with this guy. Like, sounds like they have a pretty long conversation. Once that's done, Danball will leave the temple grounds with what looks like another scroll bound in silver.
Okay.
And he will he's not like gonna leave today. Like, he's gonna hang around the Fieldstone for the day, basically. Stay overnight.
Okay.
Accept your chieftain's hospitality. So he's kind of around. Kathia, your impression was that Colchis was going to want to talk to you once this conversation was over, or at least would at some point be talking to you. So if you wanted to check on that, you could.
Yes.
You're not required to. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So you go do that. So you leave to go to your temple again. You kind of make yourself scarce once you see Danball coming on down. Scenarios, it doesn't take long for Danball to find you. He gives you a polite smile, and now that he's like just around town, he's just like leading his horse about until he has a place to put it. He tells you that, well, everyone will know the news soon enough. He and Harver thought it would be a courtesy to let you know that Harver is announcing his wedding plans.
Who's the lucky lady?
Her name is Elita Goldenhair. She is a priestess of Ronalda and a daughter of the Prince Rose tribal king.
That seems appropriate, and I appreciate him letting me know.
Roll intrigue for me.
Oh.
No? Okay, cool. So here's what I will tell you that you immediately know about the situation. Okay. The Vantaros are the tribe that Harver is from. If you look at your map, the Vantaros are the southern tribe on the western side of the Confederation. The Princeros are the northern tribe. What you know about these, and this is not secret knowledge. If you look at the Aldicher and surrounds portion of the wiki under Aldicher tribes, you may just note that the Vantaros and the Princeros together are over half the population of Aldicher.
This is a real power play by him.
Feels like it.
I don't feel like we can do much about it, and I don't know that we would benefit from it anyway. But
break up that wedding.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I care about the politics either. But I don't know. I've grown less fond of him over time, and I don't know that I was ever that fond of him.
It is a relationship and marriage I would expect from him.
Yes, that's a perfect first one.
Of note, she is a priestess, so she must have kids already.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll ask Dimball if he thinks they are well suited.
Yeah, he sort of preens a bit and says yes. I think they're quite well suited. And on Harvard's behalf, I have offered to extend an invitation to you to the wedding if you'd like to come.
There you go.
It will be in Aldicher.
You should go.
As long as I'm free, I will try to get Barrington myself up there.
Sure, I'll bring my husband.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you go with your husband to one?
Yeah, it's just funny that you're like mentioning, I'll bring my husband to your wedding. That's cool. No, that's cool. Yeah, he'll accept that with a genial smile. That was really all he wanted to relay to you. If you have anything for him, you can do that.
I'll ask him if he can what's going back and forth, and if there's any way a simple farmer and daughter of Ronaldo's myself could help with whatever is going on between the two temples.
Roll insight for me.
Success.
Nice. Okay, so what he says to you is, no, it's purely an internal matter between the two temples. There's no need for any sort of other aid. That's his sort of like, this is like a thing that we do, right? Like the Amelians can suborn the Elornan temple to them for dire emergencies and big disruptions. That's text, right? And that's all true. Subtext that you get is that he's rather enjoying grabbing this temple by the nose and telling it what to do, even though he's just the messenger.
I'll ask if Harver is leading the expedition or the joint effort.
Sort of makes like a little moo with it, like a I don't know how to pronounce that word, like a little tiny frown, and it's like, no, Harver is not. Harver does not lead the Sun Temple. The priest of the temple, the high priest, has ordered this action in light to the suffering of the people.
We appreciate that. We appreciate them taking the lead on that, and hopefully it'll be done, and then you don't have to enact the ancient rites and all that on top of it anymore. Once the threat or emergency or whatever is done.
Right. Yeah. He nods at that, yes. He's like, I hope the situation will be resolved soon.
At first I liked him, but I don't anymore.
Yes, he has that quality. The Colchis will meet you on the temple grounds, so you're inside that chalk line that kind of demarcates where all your wards and things are. and she'll tell you, basically she'll sum up the conversation that she had with him, with Danball, that the high priest of the Sun Temple has ordered, in light of the emergency of the Tusk Riders' attacks all over the Aldotur Confederation and repeated, like some towns or villages have been hit more than once, that this feels a lot like a war. And so the Sun Temple is responding to it as such. And in emergencies, they do have the right and privilege of remanding the Yordan Temple to their command. So she is functionally serving as still a priest and still in charge of this temple, but she is under the high priest now instead of being independent for the duration of the emergency. And only as regards the emergency. He can't tell her not to conduct a rite or something like that. Like she can't suspend the temple or close its grounds, but he has the right basically to tell you guys, like, hey, you need to call your wanderers and start doing this and that because we have problems.
Curious.
Mm-hmm.
How does she feel about this?
Okay.
Am I rolling insight again?
Feel free, because insight can give you more context or more information than she is necessarily going to.
I got a success.
Okay, cool. So what she'll tell you is that this is, again, same sort of phrasing, but ancient custom and tradition, like the Sun Temple has that right. The Amelio cult can command the Aloran cult. But in her opinion, it would be impolitic to contest it, but you get the impression that she's not sure this really rises to that level of emergency. The lunar invasion would have risen to that sort of emergency. The Tusk Riders raiding, it's serious, but is it actually threatening the existence of Aldotur?
Yeah, so maybe overstretching a bit.
A bit, but she's also, you get the impression, to what she says now, she says it, that she's keenly aware that she can't really say no without it looking bad. Like, people are really suffering. The temple really does have the right, even if it's kind of pushing up on the edges of it.
Yep.
Like, and so it would be hard to be like, actually, no, like, we don't think it's a big enough emergency.
Well, I'll actually voice that. I don't really like being ordered by him, but I'm more than happy to help with the situation, given what I've seen. I don't know if I've talked to her, or I assume I've already talked to her about my failure to track despite using my magic, which is pretty unusual.
It is, and she will tell you that she's been thinking about that because it is troubling, but she'll point out to you that your spell was never like, it doesn't sound like they dismissed it or overcame it because you still could find tracks. There just came a point where there were no tracks.
Right.
So she suspects they're using, she would tell you, she's like, I don't know how and I don't know what, but it seems like probably their next footstep was far away somehow. Is what she thinks maybe happened. Like, you probably had a lit trail somewhere else that you just couldn't find. And she doesn't know how. And she's also cast a divination on this subject. So, like, hey, how come this failed? And it's like, it didn't. And so then she's like, okay, then what could have happened? And the answer is somehow there was a lot of space between the tracks.
So, meta knowledge, something like a leap spell or something.
Something like that could do it. There are other things that could also do it.
When pigs fly.
You know about. Say again.
When pigs fly.
Yes, they could have cast flight. Right. Sure. There are a variety of things that could do that. You don't know what it would be. They're not, and none of them are particularly common, right? Like the leap spell's not common. Flight's not super common, especially for Tusk Riders. There are other magical ways to move around. None of them are very common. So they're not something that you would just be like, oh, it must have been this then. But it's just it sounds like this. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not just fiat your spell into failing.
Like, no, I knew. I didn't expect you were. But I did. I was concerned about it because it's like, but yeah, it makes more sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but I didn't.
No worries. No, it's cool. So that's what she'll tell you that. And then, so she's kind of laying out like what's going to be going on is that for the next week or so, she's going to be sending people out to shrines and places where she knows that more prominent cultists like Bjorn and wanderers and things usually are, to start putting out the word that like people need to start coming to the temple so that you guys can form up hunting parties and start handling things.
Okay. That sounds good. Is there something she wants me to do?
Not for this phase of things. She will want you to be out there fighting at some point. but
Yes.
she doesn't need you to go like get anybody right now. So for now, you are free to do what you want.
Cool.
You have some time at your discretion.
Okay. I don't really have anything else right now unless she does.
Nope. She'll be making plans. She'll just ask you to keep an ear out. You know, like so we're gonna kick all those things. We're gonna toss all those plates up in the air, and then I believe you guys had something else you wanted to do this season.
Maybe a Snakepipe Hollow?
Yeah, let's go on a summer holiday. I'm sorry, a fire season holiday to Snakepipe Hollow.
Nice. It's a lovely place, I've heard. I mean, it's no Duraster, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You can check out anytime you want, but you can only leave with the chaos feature.
Yeah. There's no guarantee that you get to leave.
Well, there's that too. I
So,
was trying not to just do the song lyrics
right.
word for word, but I kind of failed at it. Sorry.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. So that stuff happens. So let's talk a little bit about, you have a window here, right? Between the temple pulling people together and then probably starting to get pulled into some of this stuff, which is kind of at Colchis' discretion. She doesn't have to put every person on this stuff, but she has to get involved now. So, but you do have some time. So if you're planning on going to Snakepipe Hollow, which you've expressed an interest in for a little bit, let's make those plans now. How do we want to handle that? Who do you want to go with you? Do you want to get anything? Make any preparations?
Elendor?
Of course.
Of course.
Gotta go talk with. I'm trying to go back to his name.
Your Storm Bowl friend.
Yes?
Do you want to take anybody else out of our group?
I don't know.
You don't have to.
Art
Can't
Cora.
Do you really want Art Core to go?
No.
Yeah, I was like the one person I don't have a character sheet for.
That's why. Dirt asked we could ask. I really don't know if we should, though.
Okay, here's something I want you to consider.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you no. It's a point of information. There are 3 Thanes protecting one of your borders and a lot of your herds. 2 of them are you and Elendor. The third one is Dirtass.
Dirtass is going to stay here and protect things.
Okay.
And then my other brother's not technically a Thane, but he's competent.
He's a good fighter. He's not Thane. He doesn't have that role.
But we have to tell Elendor. We can't go on an adventure without Elendor.
Okay, that's fair.
We don't want to break that streak right now.
Right. You could take someone else though. Like you could take some random cotters, throw them into the fire, right?
That seems like a bad idea. I think we'll try to recruit a Storm Bowl or 2 if they would like to go.
Okay. So
we would have been inviting Hillmill, but I don't know. He kind of had a rough time last time around.
It was a little bit dead. You can't like weaken to Bernie is this thing.
True sword.
More of a Stormbringer type of Stormbringer.
Whoa.
Sorry, wrong reference. Storm Bowl. That's sort of.
I mean, Ynor's around.
What's that?
Ynor is around.
Yeah, we could take Ynor, but I'm not sure what the point is.
I don't know. It's the only way to find out. You do not
There's
have to take Ynor.
I'm looking at our cohort here, and 2 of them are no longer available. Really, 3 of them. I mean, Mardina, Orstar, and Corum are not available, really.
True.
And yes, Art Core we kind of dropped a long time ago. And Ynor is not probably somebody we need to take in a fight. Or anywhere, though apparently my cousin likes to take him around places.
Yeah.
He's helped me. Though last time he made fun of me, so I'm going to have to slap him around next time.
Count yourself lucky. The worst thing that your Amali has done to you two personally is make fun of you.
Yeah, but I still got to slap him around.
Fair cop. All right. So you're going to take Elendor, and that's it. You're hoping to recruit aid from the Storm Bowls, it sounds like.
Yep.
Cool. So, all right, if we look at our map.
Yes.
So you can kind of see the Snakepipe Hollow is sort of a hollow, right? So it's like a low point in the ground. Yes. Scenarios, can you roll your Marangor cult lore for me? Right?
Do it.
Yeah, it could be worse. Fumble.
A fumble? Really? You fumbled it?
Well, that's what 000 is, so.
Oof. Yeah, that's definitely a fumble.
How'd you get 000? So?
Well, the 10's in the 1, so.
Got it.
It's hard out there. Let's see here. We had some notes. Okay, so that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
You have hurt yourself in your confusion, as they say. So you get no useful information, and I'm going to make a note.
When we all die, this is going to be the reason.
Probably. If I have anything to say about it, it will be.
I can still check it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
you
get
can
a check.
it. Sure.
Good job.
Why not?
Was it the Blue Hill?
Yeah.
That has the path down to the entrance?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm not as familiar with my gazetteer looking for it. So, yeah, this would be I'm almost there. Varna's path. Heck. Okay. So, yeah, there is, just because it's on the map, doesn't mean you're in the right place. Yeah, so Varna's path is in the Blue Hill clan of your tribe. Varna's path is held by a guy that you've met once before. This is going to be, I have this written down somewhere. Koroth Bullhorn, the Stormbolt Khan from Blue Hill. His group holds Varna's path. Varna's path is a way down the slope. It is a twisting trail that winds down steep rock to allow you into Snakepipe Hollow. It is safe for horse-sized creatures. You can ride a horse down it if you're careful. There is a small stone tower at the top, which that's where the Stormbolt Khan lives, and there are usually Stormbolts around it. There's a shrine to Stormbolt there as well. There are 3 of these paths in Snakepipe Hollow. Varna's path is the closest to you.
Well, we'll take Varna's path. Well, I'm sorry. Sonoris, this is your adventure.
Yeah, let's go to Varna's path.
What's the worst that could happen?
I have no clue.
We're going to find out after that fumble.
Yeah. I'll just invoke it at the you ride out 6 feet too far.
Boom.
Yeah.
My cult lord told me there was more space there.
So the 3 of us will go and see if there's a Stormbolt or 2 or 3 that want to go along with us.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. The GM says. All right. So you guys can ride. You will leave Fieldstone once you made your preparations. You've scooped Elendor up. You've got packs, spare animals, supplies to kind of help you out with this stuff because it's a ways. And then you'll start off. You will have to stop ideally at Varna's path that night and then go down just so you don't have to camp overnight in Snakepipe Hollow. Sounds like a good idea for all of us. You can. I won't stop you.
No.
Okay. Do my 1d20 walk to push check. The d20 is to determine how many there are. No big deal. You guys will be fine.
You're not running.
All right. So you'll eventually arrive at this place. So if you have the Dragon Pass Lands of RuneQuest book on page 167, it'll show you where Varna's path is. So this Blue Hill is wooded. I mean, you can tell that just by looking at it. You pass on your way to it, the path. You will pass a dragon newt plinth.
We'll take in the sights.
You will also eventually pass a little place called the Newt's Eye Inn, which doesn't have any description. That's cool. So that's neat. So there's an inn there that you could stay at if you wanted to, instead of staying at the tower with the Stormbolts.
Stay outside the tower. It's fire season. We can sleep outside.
That's true. That's true. So eventually you will get down to Varna's path and meet with these Stormbolts there. It takes a couple days, basically, or a day or so. And then you will have to chat with them. It's evening time. You're overlooking Snakepipe Hollow. So from where you are, you can see there's a big steep drop off the cliff walls. And then you can look out over the hollow and to the river. A Stormbolt will meet you there. He sees you and kind of hails you. So he lets out a yell to let you know that you've been seen, and approaches you. It's a younger initiate. He'll lead you to talk to the Khan. He will do that. The tower is just a round drystone masonry tower, drystone masonry tower. It has little crenellations up at the top. There's a camp kind of around it, so several tents and a little stockade to hold animals. It's pretty bare bones, as you might expect. And the Khan is in the tower, so they'll bring you into the tower to meet with him. So there's a small room at the first floor of it, essentially. The stairwell is in the walls. The walls are very thick, so the stairwell is in the wall. But anyways, the front room that you go into, you have to go up several steps to get to it, and then walk in, is wood floored. It's relatively small, round room. There's room for the Khan. There's room for you, the 3 of you. And the Stormbolt, it's at five people is a little about the capacity this room wants to have comfortably. So he's sitting by, there's a small fire in one side. There's a bit of a flue built up. And he'll kind of regard you for a moment and ask what it is you're looking for.
Korath, we met before at the tribal fair, but I person want to head down to try to get more in touch with Arnalda and some of her spirits. And that's what I'm going to be upfront with him, but also wanting to learn some more from our Storm Bowls as we have something else going on, alluding to but not saying the elf stuff, that we think we maybe need to get ready for fighting chaos, and a part of that right, and who better to learn that from than you and your fellow Storm Bowls.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a skill you want to roll, or are you just going to see where this goes for now?
Yeah, I don't want to roll anymore tonight.
Okay, that's okay. You don't have to.
No.
You can let that fumble stand, and I'll just invoke it when I clear, and you don't have to roll anymore. You don't have to roll. I just wanted to know. We can let the conversation develop, and you can roll if you want. It's not a big deal. Okay, cool. So his immediate response will be to kind of snort at what you're saying and say, if you want to learn how to fight chaos, we can do that. So you can throw your clacks at the shrine over there, become lay members, and I'll put you to work.
Just be direct. They're storm.
But no, you asked him the other thing. So he starts with that, and then he leads on, though. But as for going into the hollow, you're going to retrieve a spirit, yes?
Yes.
Okay. He goes, I see no reason to get involved in that.
It's all right. We didn't want your help anyway.
That's right. So it tells you you're not, any quest to fight chaos, you would happily man, but that's not why you're going.
It's going to kind of coincide, won't it? I'm going to change tacks a little bit if I'm allowed to. I would like to ask them their experience with the Tusk Riders and what they know from here in exchange. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'll do that, and at some point, I'll ask them their experience. At some point, I'll take a chance to talk about what we did. I'm going to roll an orate just to try to tell the story good.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm going to fail at telling the story good. It's not fumbling, but I failed it. But I do manage to, I'm sure, communicate what happened. Just not in a way that brings the audience up.
No, you're good. So you tell them about the raid that you guys saw off.
The raid and the tracking and the disappearance.
Mm-hmm. He does sort of narrow his eyes when you're describing like how they evaded you.
Yeah.
But he says the Tusk Riders are always good for a scrap. They're vicious and canny foes, but they're not of chaos.
So is this group associated with our tribe or clan at all, or are they just kind of their own clan?
That's a good question. Roll your homeland lore. Both of you can do this. You'll know some things regardless, but I want to see how much you know. This isn't something you really looked into explicitly before.
I succeeded.
Okay, good.
Same here.
Nice. Okay. So this is what you know about the Stormbolt cult in the far place. People don't leave their clan when they join the Stormbolt cult. It's not that sort of thing, but it is a life of breaking rules, breaking strictures, being independent on your own. It's very hard to command a Stormbolt to do anything unless you're a higher ranked Stormbolt.
Yeah.
They may choose to help their clan. They're not required to. So he's not really answerable to much of anyone. He is a Khan of the temple. There might be a priest that outranks. There might be another Khan that outranks him, but you're not sure who that would be. Otherwise, he's pretty much on his own. He can do what he pleases as long as he fights chaos. Which, so that's kind of what you would know there. Your feeling is that most of these shrines, most of these bands of bulls are pretty independent, right? So like he doesn't necessarily represent donkeys only or 22 turns. The other two pathways that are guarded by their own shrines. He's not like speaking for everybody, he's speaking for his group, but that means something. And he probably is on decent terms with his own clan to some degree, but he's pretty independent of them. Probably less integrated than you are, if that makes sense. Like you're pretty like outside of a lot of day-to-day stuff, but you're still a Thane of your clan. You still have land in your clan, things like that. He's probably less integrated than that.
Okay. Did you have something you wanted to do, Sonars?
We'll point out that not this storm season, but the following year, we will have chaos to fight. We can point you towards that. We can take maybe a couple of you with us. It'll be serious chaos. But as for right now, as God Talker of Pelora and Darvanalda, and with the marriage ties that are there between her and Urox, is there a way, even if I tithe, not becoming a lay member initiate, that I could get you to help us? I do show off the green power ring because that does have the extra chaos fighting stuff on it.
Right, that's true. What's your approach here? What are you thinking about rolling?
As much as I don't want it to be, it's probably charm.
Be aware, your Earth rune can be used to modify communication roles.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Thank you for the subtle reminder.
Yeah.
Success.
Okay, that'll help you.
So plus 20.
Yep.
Success on the charm.
On the charm? Okay. He'll think about it for a moment. You can see his facial expression soften somewhat. He's still pretty stern, pretty severe, but he's no longer like actively scowling, right? He's just resting, scowling face. He will tell you that, money spends everywhere, and he would be willing to cut you a deal, essentially. I don't know how much money you have, so this is up to you. And feel free to make insight rolls with this guy, too, if you want to, if you're trying to figure out what's going on with him, why he seems so mean.
Are we both allowed to do that?
I rolled.
Succeed.
I did not fumble.
Yay.
Okay, so one of you gets it. All right, so you're clearly too busy trying to figure out what to offer up and what you can get and what resources you have to spare. Like you're actively bargaining, basically, while...
I'm kind of glad you mentioned that, by the way, because I wasn't taking away that he was that angry or grumpy about it. I was just thinking he was just trying to stay out of it. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, despite being... No, it just doesn't fit the stereotype. It might be pretty common.
Like he's intelligent, he's fairly canny, he is more, you think, socially capable than you would expect him to be. Though not some great, politician, but just has a good head on his shoulders for that stuff. Your impression of your read of him right now is that it is really common for people to be like, oh, I might get into a fight with some chaos. I should go ask the Storm Bulls to come send men. And then when those Storm Bulls get killed, it's like, well, that was sad, but they died doing what they loved. So your impression of him is that he is a little bit cynical about his role in society, though he is clearly very devoted to his role in his cult. Like, he loves what Storm Bull does. He does not like the way Storm Bulls are often treated.
Would they be interested? Would something like making sure they understand they'd be a full cut into whatever we got? Or is this a case where we need to like actually pay them off?
That would help, but you don't know what you're... You know what I mean? Like, you're going there to retrieve a spirit. This isn't really like a treasure raid. Like, you're not after like
so we just need
an
to
artifact or something.
Get him some money.
It would help. Right. Like, if it was more of a like, hey, you kind of have to come because you're a Storm Bull and there's chaos down there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the sort of thing that makes Storm Bulls mad sometimes. Like, so he's like, I don't need to help you. Like, if you want to go get yourself killed, that's your business. So
yeah, let's. Do we have a good concept? I think rather than looking at our money, it ought to just be a good concept of what it would cost. I mean, he's a con. He might be real expensive, but maybe
he would be quite expensive to come with you. But we can look at some prices for services.
But maybe I don't know if some of his followers would be interested in going, and we don't need to hire all, or we maybe have to pay for all of them.
So short-term employment, which is what this would basically be generally a percentage of the take, but since you're not actually looking at a take, like you can't give them like a tenth of a spirit or something. Is there like they're to some degree they're sort of inclined to go for a day-long excursion, and you could get a couple of people to go with you for probably a couple lunars a day.
Oh,
it's not a lot of money.
Can you afford this, Sonarius?
Yeah.
I was kind of assuming we were doing this anyways. I thought the rest was just kind of the discussion. I didn't assume we were asking him to go for free.
Yeah, well, no one offered any money, so he's been kind of
that seems like that was just kind of
convincing,
built into it.
I don't know. You've never offered to pay anyone before.
Because they're related to us. That's different.
I know. I just want these things to be explicit. So we got it. So you're good. You get some insight into the man. You get a little bit of understanding of how things are going.
How's your money situation there, Sonarius? I wouldn't mind stepping up and doing it, but this is kind of your quest. But I'll help you if I need. I can extend you a loan.
Okay. No. 25? I don't know.
That's how much you have?
No, I'm more than that.
Okay. I was going to say, like, we're talking like 4 or 5 lunars here. It's not a lot of money for one day.
I don't know if it's going to be one day though.
That's true. You would have to pay them more if you stayed longer. But we'll call that the day rate.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
also get a share of loot, but
that's fine. No, I was gonna put 25 down. It's trying to get me an allied spirit, so it's not like it's
right. Understandable. Okay, that's generous then, and he will.
Yeah,
work on that. That is a generous.
Why don't you take some of that, and we'll pay them some, but we should pay the rest as a tithe to a Stormbolt directly to get his blessing.
You could structure it like that if you want. That's fine. Like, okay, that's cool.
That would look good. Plus, who knows? He might give us some blessing at some point. Maybe he'll push aside a fumble when it comes up.
Right. Sure.
Pay to play.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, so you will, at this point, you will acquire 2 Storm Bowls. We will talk about them as they become important.
2 more than we had.
It's 2 more than you had. So, and you will be able to basically stay at their camp for the day and then descend in the morning. Varna's Path is a winding trail that goes down the cliffside. It is high. It is sheer. You do need to probably lead your horses and things down it, but they are able to traverse it.
Here's a question, because we're gonna have to leave our horses outside the entrance into the We're going into a
cave. Right? Yeah, you're going into dungeon. You're going into dangerous.
So, do we really want to take our mounts down there with us, or should we leave them up here and walk down?
That is a good question. The reason you would want to take them is because over shortest distances, they're faster than you, which will allow you to spend less time in the hollow, but you would have to expose them to some degree. Yeah.
We do have an intelligent.
Yes, you do have a unicorn here. You could leave one of the storm bowls with them.
Okay.
So
we'll take options.
them. Yeah.
Also going to ask them. We'll need light down in there of some sort. Because torches are only options.
Torches, lanterns, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, mostly. You have light spells.
Yeah, but they only last a couple minutes. I thought about before, I have cat's eyes. That could last the whole time, but it doesn't do me any good as soon as it's dark enough a cat can't see.
Yes, if it's completely pitch black. Yeah.
Yep. Like in a cave after you get around the corner.
Like in a cave once you get around the corner. So yeah, torches and things would be part of that. Lanterns. Lanterns are better than torches, really.
I'm going to take just a break here for a second and go refill my drink so I can hopefully get my throat less scratchy.
You're good.
Sorry if I was too generous.
No, you can't. You can't really be too generous as long as you can afford that 400 lunars a year you need.
We'll find out.
How are you doing on that, anyways?
We got 129 now as a carryover from last year.
That's not bad. That's a good chunk of it. We should probably expect to make about half of that from your fields. Like half of what you need from your fields, and you'll have to find the other half. Hoo-wee, good times.
No, because I should have my fields should be okay.
Yeah, like I said, they should produce the lifestyle cost for a noble. They probably won't produce much more than that. You have to get kind of lucky to get more, and you can't count on them to cover the cost of being a god talker too.
Otherwise, I'll go raid some lunar payroll.
We can do that. We can do a train job. You can hit a moonboat.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Silver. Yeah, why not?
So we ready to go down the hollow?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Going down the hollow. Okay, so Varna's Path. I have a cool little map that gives me additional details.
Hooray.
Are you sharing it?
No.
Is it in the book?
It's in Snakepipe Hollow. Page 3 of Snakepipe Hollow, actually.
I have a copy of that somewhere, but I won't look at it.
Once you get past the covers, it's page 3. It's not anything secret. It's a map of the hollow. So when you go down Varna's Path, to your east is the shade table that Giant's Walk leads to. You've walked on Giant's Walk before. Further, there's a Dragonute plinth north of the shade table. Far away, somewhere by rumor, there is an altar to the Cacodemon somewhere near the river.
Ooh, let's go visit that.
Yeah, you should go do that. As long as you're here, right? Might as well.
Yeah, the scenic site.
Yeah.
By the way, Chaosium has a nice picture up of it. That looks like it was... Maybe it's not up there. Oh yeah, it's at the Chaosium site. It's a RuneQuest 2 picture, but it shows the Varna's Path, the Dragonute plinth, the shade table. That shows the altar to Cacodemon. I don't know if we know all that. Hey, what's Donkeys Only? Is that in 22 turns?
Those are both other paths.
Yeah, and 22 turns definitely sounds like it's kind of a typical path. Yeah, it's got 22 turns. So it's 22 turns.
Donkeys Only will let you take horses down it. It's just called that. So it is narrow, it is steep, but a horse can't walk down it. In any event, so that's kind of the general layout of the place. The hollow itself is relatively close to Donkeys Only, but there are real risks to going the other way too. like encountering giants on the walk. So yeah, you go down Varney's Path, and then you need to ride for the hollow itself, like for the cave complex. It's not like hidden, it's not a secret where it is, so you would be able to find it. You have some knowledge of that. So you're going to move towards it. Everybody makes scan rolls for me.
Yeah, well, nope.
No? Okay.
I gotta look at how bad that one is.
Success.
So my scan's 85%, so I believe only a double aught is a fumble. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. So my 99 is just a normal failure. I'm focused, but not paying attention.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Do you want me to roll for... However, on the flip side, by the way, I decided to run Elendor, but I guess I should have asked.
Nope, you're good. You can run them, so that's fine.
No, I was kind of asking Sonarios. I'm just taking over Elendor here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Sonarios, you can run the Storm Bowls. Treat them, for the purpose of this, they are relatively experienced Storm Bowls. You paid quite a bit of money down. You may use the stats that Baranth has, so pretty good, right? But just, if you want one of them to berserk or something, say so. They will have 3 room points instead of 5. And they'll have 10 MP instead of 15.
Sorry. I did not know Elendor's scan, but Elendor rolled a 2.
A 2? That's probably a crit.
So Elendor notices what I don't.
Yeah, that's a crit for them.
And notices that I don't notice.
Right. So you fail, Elendor crits. Scenarios, how do you do?
The person succeeded. I have not rolled for the Storm Bolts yet.
Okay, feel free.
I would assume one succeeds, one fails.
Okay, sounds good. So one pretty high roll, one pretty low roll. Sounds like.
Like one's over 70, the other was below 50.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So as you're like moving across the hollow through an area that's relatively open, it's it's got a lot of scattered like dips and rises. Like the land was smote at some point. There are like little chunks of rock, right, that could easily be 5 or 6 feet high, kind of scattered around. Elendor notices movement and warns you of that, and so you have a round to prepare before you're set upon. You may do what you wish with that round. You will be set upon by a party of Tusk Riders in the hollow.
Kind of figures, but okay. Elendor is going to put up a spell, and I am going to cast a spell. Are they going to be on us in like melee range?
They'll be in like javelin cast. They're going to come around a corner, basically behind one of those big stone pieces. So they'll be somewhat shielded, but they won't be in melee with you at the start of the round. You'll be able to shoot them. Okay, so what spell do you cast?
Me?
Yes.
Speed dart.
Okay. And what spell does Elendor cast?
Protection.
Okay. Scenarios, what are you doing? And what are your guides?
I'm gonna throw up strength and probably dismount.
Oh, that's a good question. No, Elendor's okay in that. Oh no, Elendor's gonna have to dismount. Dirt ass, that's okay at riding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in my horse though, or my horse. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I know.
And then
Stormbolts.
Stormbolts will dismount, but
They probably want to. They'd probably rather be on foot.
Yeah. Without they may try a shot with their bows or whatever.
So do you want them to cast any spells?
They can throw up protect.
Go and roll those for me. They have a 50% chance. Go and roll your spells and tell me how it goes.
Ours go off.
One goes, one doesn't.
Having said that, I'm not sure what Elendor's casting percentage is.
What did you roll?
It was under 50.
It's fine.
So I assumed it was, but I just realized I don't actually know what the actual casting percentage is.
No, you're good.
I can actually ascertain it from the magic points and the way it's written.
Yeah.
That's not a very good power.
It's not. It's been a consistent issue for them. So they've had the worst luck rolling POW gain rolls. It's been brutal. So it's a struggle. All right, cool. So that'll happen. You cast some spells. You get warned, like, hey, the enemies approach. You are aware. You can hear the sound of trotters on broken stone and ground. And then the Tuskers wheel from their would-be ambush, but you are, weapons drawn, ready for it. It's still at close range, so they will be on you this turn, but you're able to shoot and things in the interim. So we'll move into the actual declare intent phase of the game. So anybody who wants to declare their intent can. Let's start with scenarios. Scenarios can be first. It's your adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
See, how many Tusk Riders are there?
Good question. There are.
This is where the one
6 of
D20 comes out. Wow.
Yeah.
They have us outnumbered. That's not fair.
I know.
How many?
You're supposed to match us for numbers.
6.
I'll throw Protect 4. Move up to try to hit the closest one, I guess.
Okay. What did you cast last round? I'm sorry.
Strength.
Strength. Okay. And then you're going to try to cast Protect 4. Right. So cast Protect 4, move to melee. What's your strike rank for all that?
I would assume 5 to cast, and then if we can go strike rank 12, it's 7 for my axe. So,
okay, cool. So you can do that. So you'll attack late because you're, doing all that. All right, cool. Sounds good. How about your Stormbolt friends? What are they doing?
they're going to try to shoot with their bows, I think.
So what are the timings on that? 2
Yep, 2. And I don't know, reload.
plus 5 ranks. So they could shoot again if they wanted to.
I think they'll try that. Because the next turn they'll pull out weapons.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Katia.
I'm going to shoot strike rank 1. Will my second shot, if I did it on 7, be before they get to us? Can I tell? If not, I won't shoot and I'll bring my shield around.
They'll get to you on 8.
I think I still will take my one shot, bring the shield around while I put the bow away this round, and then next round I'll have to pull spear to go to melee. Maybe I should have gone straight to melee. Oh well.
They'll be fine.
Probably not.
I mean, you're still mounted. You don't have to stand and fight.
Well, that's true. I'll
You're
just stay with
faster
the
than
bow.
them.
I'll sit in behind and see it because there's enough of them. I can surely get shots. And the other one is we're going to demoralize one of them. So yeah, I'll shoot twice at one, and then another one will hit with a demoralize from S-Star. Shots are 1 and 7. I'll go for the same one, assuming I won't take them out with one shot.
The S-Star will demoralize on
2 plus.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. We're all organized. Okay. I have an understanding of combat.
I haven't given you a declaration for Elendor, though.
Okay. That's right. You're right. That is my one undone column. Go for it.
So Elendor is going to chuck a javelin, then pull the broadsword.
Okay. Can you tell me the timings for these things?
Strike rank 2. Already has a shield out.
Yes.
So we'll have the
Makes
shield to
perfect
parry.
sense.
And then so sword will be out on strike rank 7, but won't be able to attack this round.
All right. Sounds good.
Hey, then.
Yep. Now that you know the timings, you may change what you want your Stormbolts to do. You don't have to.
I think though, even if they had the bows from getting around last time, I think they're going to go shields and then axes or whatever. But for sure, pull out their shields.
Okay. So here's my question. Last round, you had them kind of like cast a spell and then like get their bows out. Would you prefer that they not have done that?
The spell's fine.
Okay.
Because one of them threw a protect 2, the other one failed to.
Okay. So would you prefer they just get ready for melee?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So that's fine. So they could have their weapons out basically now instead of having their bows out, which would allow you to have them fight. So what would their strike ranks be for sword attacks?
6.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. Well, let's start working through this nonsense. Thea, you're going to lead off with the bow shot.
Yeah, I figured that probably was. Well, that would be an impale to the gut.
My poor babies. How do you do
My
this?
odds of impaling with a speed dart up are actually pretty high now, so
That's
it's
fair.
not that big a surprise. I can roll over a 20.
That's fair.
And I rolled a 20.
Right.
Let's see. But then I rolled really good damage. I did 20 points of damage to the abdomen, and I was going for the rider.
20 to the ab of the right. Oof. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So you shoot the rider. You pretty much kill them instantly since they have 5 AP and 5 HP. So you did triple damage
To their guts.
through that. So they just, you kill that man. You shoot him in the heart through his armor.
Not the heart, the gut.
The gut, the ab. Yeah, you're right. The ab. So you shoot him in the liver. So a lot of blood happening very quickly there. So that's unfortunate.
No, that was perfectly fortunate.
For him.
That's the way life should work.
Okay. So you take your shot, it goes woof and does a ton of damage. That guy dies. And then Elendor will cast Javelin.
All right. Here we go, Elendor. Elendor hits with the javelin.
Look at that. I'll add a check to their sheet.
Did you get the scan check on there too? Javelin's 1d10 damage plus 1d2. Dice. I'm not used to getting strength bonuses on ranged attacks. Come on, Elendor.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Elendor also gets a gut shot, but manages to do 3 points of damage.
That's bounce.
Sorry, Elendor. I stole your good roll.
Yep.
That's S-Star. It will go off. Star rolls a 33 to demoralize the rider, and S-Star has an 18 POW.
Okay, that's good enough. That one has a surprisingly good POW.
I'm sorry. POW 17. I was wrong.
No,
My
you're
strong
fine.
lance is
It's
POW
still good
17.
enough. It's still good enough. But that Tusk Rider has a surprisingly high POW. So, okay. Then the next up would be Scenarios. You can cast your spell.
Yeah, 71.
Okay, cool. So you get your spell off. Good job.
Hooray.
Okay, then your Stormy Boys have moved forward of you to close more quickly, as one does. So they will be able to make their attacks now. So they charge for, they intercept. Do you want them to attack the pigs or the riders?
I think the riders. No, they can attack a pig. I don't know.
It's up to you. They're your little guys. You have to make sure you have to tell them what to do. You know, like they can hit the.
They'll hit riders.
They can hit the rider. Okay, cool. The riders are mounted.
Whatever.
How do we do? Are they targeting the same guy? Are they double teaming someone, or are they splitting up?
They're working together.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. All right.
And so, as is their fate, one hits, the other one does not.
Fair cop. And you said they're targeting the rider, so the rider
Yeah.
will try to parry. Does he do really poorly? Okay, he misses his parry
9
to
to the 6.
Okay, that takes that leg out. Hooray!
Good job.
Go Team Urox.
Wee. Okay, cool. Thea, you have your second shot. Elendor is going to pull their sword.
Yes, and since I declared on the same one, I'm just going to scrub my second shot. It looks like everybody's going to end up in melees, right? So
they will have some trouble, given the broken nature of the ground and the fact that you have some warning. They will have some trouble getting everyone into melee all at once. So until the numbers are equal, they'll probably have a couple people who can't get in very well. The pigs are
numbers
big.
are
like
okay. Then I will just hold and prep, be ready for next round.
If you want to, I will let you shoot his pig.
Okay, I'll do that.
Like, that's close enough. You lose 2 arrows at them. You know, like, I mean, I'm not going to make you scrub.
That's fine.
Because that guy got killed.
Well, that's okay. I killed him, so I don't care. I hit the pig in the 14. I only do 4 damage, though.
You hit the pig and the 14 for how much damage? Okay, that's not enough. Tough pig is tough. All right, cool. Good to know. All right, then the pigs will execute their horrendous charge. So you will stay out for the time being. The rest of you are going to do what you can. Okay, so I do a little randomizing too. Sorry. Okay, so first lance attack. Goodness gracious. It's not that good. Clear miss, followed by a hit to Elendor.
Elendor gets to parry.
Yes.
9 to parry.
Oh no, that's not good.
Elendor has an 89% with medium shield.
Ugh, brutal. Okay.
So is that a fumble still?
90?
Good. No, 99.
9? It shouldn't be.
Okay, cool.
It shouldn't be. That's brutal, though. Let's see. So that was...
Don't kill Elendor.
I'm not in charge of this stuff.
Yes, you are. You are in charge. It's all your fault. I'm
in charge of this stuff.
Yeah, you're not begging your way off that way.
Nope, sorry. Dice fall where they may. I don't cheat for you. I don't cheat against you either.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. So D20 lance damage is going to be... Okay, they're going to take 13 to the 11.
That would be ab shot, right?
Yeah, it's a lance charge.
No, it's fine. I was just making sure.
Right. Yep.
So that does not take them down.
It does hurt.
Because it does hurt. But they have 10 AP everywhere right now. It's good we chose to cast the defensive spell and not the offensive spell.
Yes, I would agree with this statement. Defense is first, then offense is usually the right order for layering. Okay, so that happens. Scenarios, one of your Storm Bulls needs to make a parry.
Okay. Well, he rolled.
Did he fail?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So he's going to eat a lance to the right arm that's going to do 10 points of damage. This is the one that has the protection 2 up, for the record.
So, with the protection 2 up, and his armor, and his hit points takes him directly to 0.
Okay, cool. So he's going to drop his sword, basically. His arm is no longer functional. Okay, good to know. Am I going to wipe the party? Is 6 Tusk Riders too many Tusk Riders? Because on the next turn, all the boars attack. On the next tick, all the boars attack. So
I mean, because it's effectively attacking us with 12 characters, and we're only 5.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Spend some RP. You haven't dug that deep yet. All right.
But we're supposed to be saving it for Snakepipe for the actual adventure.
I did not tell you would get to go in the hollows, like down into the cave and get what you wanted successfully without risk. So let's see how we do. So the pigs are going to follow this pattern that everybody else was following. Luckily, they're not very good at this. Scenarios, you need to roll a parry.
Success.
Okay, good. I'm just going to roll damage to see if I would damage that shield. Well, a successful attack for a successful parry. Value of your shield. So 12 damage. So just enough that your shield catches it.
Mine's functionally 18 now.
Right, because you have... Oh, no. That's not how copper works. I know what you're thinking. The way copper works is that for the purposes of protecting you, it is a 12-point shield.
Okay.
For the purposes of getting damaged, like reducing its HP, it is an 18-point shield.
But regardless, I'm fine.
Regardless, you're fine, yes. But it will let anything past 12 go through, but I would have to do 19 damage in order to reduce the shield by 1.
So you might be dead, but your shield would still be good.
She'll be fine.
That's the moral of the story.
It largely makes it much more difficult to attrit a shield over time to break it.
That's before you cast your spell.
Yes. Okay, cool. So far, so good. Everybody is here. Everybody's okay. Scenarios, you have a pig in front of you. You have a problem there. You may try to resolve that.
So I can hit the pig?
Well, there's a rider too. It's up to you.
I'm going to hit the rider.
Okay, cool.
I hit him.
Okay. He fails to parry. So
I do 11 to the 10.
Gut shot.
11 to the 10. Okay, that's a gut shot on. Okay. That'll put those abs out of commission.
Good job.
Hooray.
Good work. Hooray. It's exciting. All right, cool. So
does that only leave 3 of them here after that?
That's that.
Because first round we demoralized one and I killed one.
Right. The demoralized one just got his abs taken out.
Like he couldn't charge into combat still if he was demoralized.
His pig can, and he was already on it. Like, he didn't reel it. His attack sucked. And he's going to be defending. Well, he would be defending himself. But yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. He is demoralized. He is not liking his situation very much. He's also now chopped in the gut, liking his situation less.
That's because he should have ran away when he was demoralized.
Well, it's hard sometimes. The pigs, they do what they will. All right. Next round.
We should have demoralized the pig.
That would have stopped him in his tracks, yes. All right, cool. Next round. What are we doing? How are we doing?
You want to go first, Sonarius? This is your adventure.
I'm
dumping it on you now.
I'm going to hit a pig.
On strike rank 7?
7.
Yep, okay.
And then storm balls will form a storm wall.
Storm wall.
And that way the one can hit and they'll kind of keep their shields together. I assume they've trained for losing arms to brew and such.
Yeah, no big deal.
Does he have an eel spell?
Not on the sheet.
Worst storm balls ever.
They don't come with heal, usually. Anyways, okay, cool. So that's Scenarios' declarations. They can, they have 3 rune points. If you want one of them to heal wounds or something, that's...
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, the one will heal wounds on his arm and try to pick a sword up, and the other one will smack a boar in front of him, I guess.
Yeah, then.
Let's see. Do I have anybody I have a shot at, or is everybody close to melee at this point?
Yes, there are 2. There was one on either side, basically, of this conflict, so on either wing, that can't get in until some of the boars kind of spread out or die, or as your lines kind of stagger because people move around. They might be able to wiggle in, but right now they're still free.
Okay, and they're not really engaged in melee at all.
They're not engaged in melee at the moment.
Then the one on, I'll just pick directions. The one on the left, Estar is going to demoralize, and hopefully that one will actually run away. And the one on the right,
demoralize the pig.
Yeah, we'll demoralize the pig. And the one on the right, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should do that to the one on the right instead of shooting. Let's do that. I'll demoralize the pig. I'm totally not hunting for a POW check.
Okay, I understand. All right.
Yeah, and Elendor.
Good.
Elendor is not, the one in front of them has not been injured, right?
This is correct. No, that's not correct. This one has been hurt. I apologize.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. How badly?
Moderately.
Okay. Because I don't think Elendor did not penetrate with the javelin, so it must have been something else. I don't think. I could be wrong. What the heck? Throw caution in the wind. Elendor is going to cast Blade Sharp and then strike.
Okay. So what would be the strike ranks for those? Yeah, that's cool.
What's the casting strike rank?
Dex strike rank plus magic points beyond the first.
Yeah. I found it now on the sheet. So that'll be at 5 and 11.
Cool. All right. I think that's everybody. My guys are going to make some other choices with life, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. First up, Caster demoralizes.
Okay. So mine, at the one on the right, spell goes off. I roll a 42. I got a POW of... I had too many things open now. No, you don't. I've only got a POW 13.
You roll 42? Okay, that fails.
Okay.
Right. And now this next one.
S-Star's spell goes off. S-Star rolls a 21 and has a POW 17.
That's absolutely going to work. Okay. Right. So you cast your spells. You contend briefly with the spirit of the pig. It wrestles you off. Star has more success. And usually
Pigs have high power because that means that pig had at least 14 POW.
These are
Power pigs.
well, they're RuneQuest 2. Every NPC has rolled stats.
Yeah, got it.
So some of them
And do they have their own names? Do they have their
Some
own
of them
names
do,
too?
some of them don't.
All those RunQuest 2 things, they list a name for every single creature in there. It's like, that's kind of cool you gave
This
this.
encounter only has one name listed.
Wow, now I'm disappointed.
There are other encounters with more names. So
Hey.
all right, cool. So that spells go off. Cool. Next up, Elendor can try to cast their Blade Sharp. Okay, cool. Next up, scenarios. You can cast your Heal Wounds now. I'm sorry. Assume they have an 80% Storm Rune to cast it with.
One will work.
They'll certainly do it. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
sorry,
good
the
job.
note to cast Heal Wounds was so close to the damage notation that it blurred together. Didn't see it when I looked down the track. All right, cool. So they would have been able to fix their arm. Okay, so just subtract magic points wherever you're tracking that, and then strike rank 6, they'll pick their sword up, and your other Stormbow will make his attack.
That would mean that if they had an attack that's got a strike rank of 6 or less, they could actually swing this round.
Yes, that's true.
Ooh, nice.
And they're Stormbows, so I think as much aggression as possible is generally going to be the assumption here. So
a 26 hits.
okay, attempt. Ooh, that was not a parry. Okay, how's it go?
I'm finding out.
You're attacking a rider or a pig.
Pig after last time.
Pig definitely would not have gotten out of the way.
10 to the 5.
10 to the 5. Sorry. Okay, so that will do. Oof. Okay, that'll take that leg out. So that Tusk Rider is carrying a leg now instead of walking on it. That will have their movement speed, but since they're quadrupeds, they can still do stuff. Sorry. All right, next up would be Scenarios yourself. You are engaged.
The pig.
The pig.
That's a hit.
Pig has limited options here. See what you can do.
8 to the 13.
Okay, that's the right foreleg. That makes sense. 8 is not enough to take it out, but it does hurt it. All right. So you chop it. It gets chopped. Next up, we're going to do the rest of this nonsense. So there'll be a couple of spear attacks. They're no longer lances. They're much less dangerous now. So much less dangerous, in fact, that they all miss. Cool. And then we'll resolve the mini gore attacks.
Many little gores.
Little gores. Okay, so Scenarios roll a parry as the pig that you chopped tries to gore you.
Success.
Good job. Okay. Elendor needs to roll.
Success.
Okay. And then Stormbolt 1 needs to roll twice.
What?
I had some pretty good rolls here. You're lucky none of them were specials.
So first one's a success.
Okay, good.
So he has to roll again.
Yes, he has made many enemies.
He lost his arm and I pick a sword back up.
They can smell weakness.
Well, the second one makes it as well.
Dang, look at him.
And
It's just a parrying fool.
would he be able to strike this turn or not?
Yep, on 12, but
Okay.
Elendor will go first.
Okay.
Eldor's going for the pig.
Makes sense.
Eldor hits the pig. Location 5.
Okay.
I guess I haven't looked up damage, but I assume I know what it is. Sure enough. Hey, Eldor rolled good damage. Did 12 points of damage to that.
12 points of damage? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. That badly injures the left leg. That's good.
Hey.
It's definitely out.
Eldor gets a sword check.
Sorry. Okay, Stormbolt 1 is good to go.
Go Stormbow 1.
He rolled a 12.
That's a special.
6.
So what does a special mean in this system again?
It's double weapon damage.
Probably.
For the dice.
So yeah.
11
11 damage? To the 5, you said?
to the 18.
To the 18. Okay, sorry. All right, 18 to the 18. That's the head. You do 11 points of damage. That's enough to take it out.
Hooray.
Yeah, Stormbow was pretty bad. Lost the arm last round, healed it this round,
Snatched his
parried
sword
twice, and then took out a pig.
up. All right, new PC.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, because he's pretty baller. Like, cool. All right, hero of the hour smites a pig across the head hard enough to kill it.
I know Harvard for dinner tonight.
Be smoked. Cool. All right, so that kind of rounds out that round. So you're fixed in a melee here. The pigs have done some damage. You were doing more, so that's going on. All right, next round. Let's do some intent statements.
I'm going to smite my pig, and then the storm bowls are going to move on to the next rider and pig combo because they just took one out.
Right, makes sense. Okay, sounds good. Kathia.
Okay, Elendor's gonna smack the pig in front of them again. That'll go on strike rank 6. Do I have anybody I can shoot at? Because I still have bow in hand. Is that one on the outside I failed to demoralize last time, or have they moved into melee?
They haven't yet. They will be.
But I could shoot them for
the problem that you have right now is that pig died. So like it's still present. You know, like it's just on the ground. So they're gonna have to move a little bit. Which the skirmish is moving. Like this fight is moving around some. Like people are moving and getting pushed.
So do I have anybody I could shoot on strike rank 1
this round? You could shoot the first one who hasn't gotten in yet. Hasn't had a mount demoralized.
All right, so we're gonna double up. I'm gonna speed dart and shoot that one. If I can get 2 shots in, I will. If they get into melee first, I won't get the second shot. And Estar is gonna demoralize their mount.
Okay, so walk me through the SRs on that.
I'll be strike rank 1 for my spell, strike rank 2 for my shot. Estar will be strike rank 2.
Okay. And then, do you have a second shot?
Yeah, my second shot will be on 8.
Okay, cool. Go and cast Speed Dart.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, Speed Dart fails. Go and shoot your shot.
However, I crit.
Of course. All right. How's that go?
Oh, I rolled no 5.
All right.
Chest.
Okay.
Wow, I rolled pretty crappy damage, though. 9 points of damage to the chest, but of course it bypasses armor, so it's still going to hurt.
Yeah, that's going to take him out. He's going to be out.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead, and since that's happening the same time, Estar rolls an 0-1 in the powers as power to demoralize the pig.
That demoralizes the pig.
We just did a double whammy on that poor one. My spell failed though.
Okay, cool. Great. Next up, all the swords need to go. So scenarios, go and roll for your dudes.
They both hit.
They're attacking the pigs. So where do they hit? How do we do?
One does 9 to the 17.
9 to the 17.
Yep. And the other is a whopping 4 to the 3. Wait. 5 to the 3.
5 to the 3. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, it's something. 3 is the leg. Okay, cool. So they harry the pig. They chop it a couple times with their swords. It's hurt. It's been hurt by both strikes. Not much for the leg shot. And they're kind of keeping it pressed. So that's good. And then Elendor has their attack on the 4th one.
Gets a hit to the 6.
Is this the pig?
Yes, the pig.
Okay.
To the 6 and does 5 damage.
Okay. That's not much damage. It draws blood, but it's not a big hit.
Fair enough, and no surprise.
Cool. All right. So that's that. Scenarios, your axe attack is next. So you're up. There's a big melee. I mean, these are big. These are like bison-sized pigs. You're being pushed around. Struggle is real.
I hit.
You hit. Cool.
10 to the 5.
10 to the 5. 10 to the 5. Okay, you strike it in basically the hind quarters as it's kind of broadsided to you. You do not bring it down, but you do chop it pretty good. Go team. Okay, next up, I have some things I have to do. Okay, absolutely nothing hits. Darn it, curses. All right, next round. So for the record here, the surviving pigs are going to disengage. You will each get 1 attack at them before they're able to move away. So the ground is pretty broken. Unless someone wants to ride in pursuit of them, they're going to be able to move away.
I will take the swipe, and that's it. All 3 of us hit.
Congratulations. Tell me how it goes.
I feel like I'm playing Exalted.
A giant handful of dice.
Scenarios does 13 to the 11.
Okay. 13 to the 11. It needed that leg. Okay, cool.
And do you want the Storm Bowls, or? One of them does 5 to the 9, and the other does 7 to the 2.
5 to the 9. Okay. What was the second one again? To the 2?
7.
7 to the 2. Okay, cool. Okay. Anybody else?
Elendor,
right?
Look at this Elendor skill. Let's see. Broadsword. 88. Nope. Elendor misses. Kathia will only take pot shots or help, I think.
You can take 2 shots as they kind of move away because it's kind of your normal timing. That's fine.
Okay.
If you want.
Are there riders on those that are good, or would it be at pigs?
Let me look here. There are 2 riders still.
All right. I'm going to take a shot at each of them. if I'm allowed to.
Each of the riders. Yep, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not boosting these, so I'm just going to. Actually, I will. First one, what the heck? They attacked us. I'm going to speed dart the first one. Speed dart goes off. I'll let you decide which rider it is. Ooh. You're going to hate me. It's not a crit. It's an impale. It's a cut shot.
Oof. Okay.
But it's only 11 damage. But it's an impaling shot.
Okay. That's, yeah. He's in bad shape. He was already hurt, so he's not in a good way.
Second one. Wow. I rolled a 92, but that hits.
Okay.
In the 18 for 1 point in damage.
Okay. Cool.
Bounce.
Right. So most of them escape.
Most of them escape?
Yeah.
Overall?
Yes. Most of their pigs are still up, is the problem. A lot of them are hurt, right? There are several riders down. Don't be wrong. There are several riders down, but they're
not dead.
Well, they're pretty close. Some of them are, but they're lashed. Like they're not getting off their pigs. They're kind of tied in, so their bodies aren't going to fall off.
Is that true of the one I got shot at the beginning too? Tied in, riding around, dead?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, that's okay.
So the pigs flee. The 2 fully functional people lead them off. They may or may not manage to recover a couple of those numbers, but it'll be expensive in magic points and rune points regardless. Now, there is one corpse here. 2 corpses, technically, because Tusk Rider 2 and his Tusker are both dead. So their total treasure factor is a 21. So give me a second here. This will be the last thing we do tonight. This is going to be a 2-part adventure, so which doesn't surprise me. Okay, let's see here.
21 good?
Is it 21? Well, I got to do some rolling, so bear with me.
Does this come out of the adventure itself, or does this come out of the book for this?
The Tuskers have treasure factors out of the core book.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how it worked. It's been a while.
You missed the wheels.
Oh.
But you will get gems, and you will get a special item.
Ooh.
Okay. So overall, what you're basically doing is you're looking at this guy's packs, essentially. Like he's got packs on the board. He's got money that he's carrying as well. So you're just kind of like quickly looting him while you take a break and kind of figure out what to do next. You know, you're just in a strenuous combat that was frightening. So you're taking a little breather, drinking some water. It's hot out enough that this is pretty strenuous. So you're going to score like 100 coppers in one bag, 100 clacks in one bag. You're going to score is 13 silvers. Not a lot. You're going to get 1 piece of jewelry. So I'll need to roll on this. Maybe. So you would find like a nice in the bag, right? There's a really nice, it's a silver ring that's been like very masterfully carved. It looks like a pattern of 2 horses and 2 deer, right? So they're quartered, that kind of twined together. And in between each animal is a little red semi-precious stone. It would be worth about 110 lunars, you think, roughly, right? Absent some work and stuff. It's fancy. And then you would get 1 special item. So let me work through that. These tables are kind of fun sometimes.
As I say, is it rewarding us at a level higher than we should be for?
No. And I am applying the RuneQuest Chlorantha adjustment to the values of things.
I mean, I'm not complaining. They've apparently been raiding pretty successfully.
Yeah, they've been doing well. Let's see here. So that was a stone. So I really need to open up the weapons and equipment guide for that because they're not all the same anymore. Boy, this is a hoot. Just a lot of flipping around and tables and stuff and different supplements. Okay, so an 83. Yeah, it's going to be a POW storing crystal. Okay, so he also has on him, it's his, not something he rated, it's on his body, is a POW storing crystal that will eventually, you'll determine, is worth 13 MP.
That's cool.
Yeah, way to go.
We're gonna have to scuffle over that one.
Good work, team. Okay, so that's your encounter with the Tusk Riders. You drove them off. You did a lot of damage. As a raiding band, they are not going to be particularly combat effective for quite a while, so that's good. But also, that was expensive for you guys, too. I think we spent quite a bit of MP. Make sure you're tracking that, because we're going to need it next time. So put it somewhere you'll keep it. Fortunately, we're out of time for this session. So you handled all the politicking and all the preparation, descended into the Hollow, fought the first random encounter of the Hollow, and probably not the last one, and then we'll be able to start moving on towards your ultimate objective, and we will pick up with that next time.
Hooray!
Yay! Sounds good.
All right, see you all on the next one.